Hey, shorties, how you going? Oh, I haven't got my glasses on. Yikes. How's things? I can't see with these bad boys on anyway. They're not even real glasses. Who's in the house? Like, I literally can't see the best laid plans and all that. Damn it. I'm almost 50. Give me a break. So, Friday, y'all. Well, it's Saturday here. Hey, that's better. Now I can see. Who's in the house? Have you hit like for starters? Just putting it out there. Hi, Adam. No, that never gets old. It is a banger with an amazing, amazing video. If you like that intro video, Adam Drives Helen is my man, and he's also a very skilled video editor and videographer and filmmaker. So hit him up. It's not for free, but worth every penny. Mates rates, right, Adam? Yes. Who else is in the house? Sarah in shock and horror. Yes. Thank you for coming, Miss Jess. Anybody? Laurie Life 360 for the win. Yes. Debbie Blair. Who else we got? Nonna Robin. Seri Berry. Hey, hey. Put me down here. Hey, and Buster's in the house. Fantastic. Kat, Social Change Warriors. Thanks for coming. Law Nerd Amber. Buster. Mark. Hey, Mark. Holla. Margaret. Yikes. Yikes, Buster. They're very needy, these dogs. Oh, geez, Louise. April, hi, good to see you. Thanks for coming. Let me get to the bottom here. Sweet. Oh, and Miss Katie. Hey, Katie. Katie's going to be joining us soon. Katie, you can come on sooner than 1:45 if you want. Come on at about 1:30. I'll just have a bit of a chat with. Make it earlier if you're ready, Katie. 7:50, 7:40, 7:30. Bussy, will you go on and sit down? I love you. Kelly Hill's in the house. Guess who's also in the house? Jon Comeau. Yo. Jon Comeau backstage, ready to go. We have done a bit of a scheduling dance, John and I. Oh, Paul. Hey, bestie. How you going? Good to see you. Thanks for coming. So this was scheduled for a little while ago. And then John had some stuff that came up. So we had to, like, on the fly postpone it. And then last weekend, John's stepdaughter, yes, he can clarify. Hey, Dillhole, good to see you. Was getting married, so we couldn't do last weekend, and we finally got here. Yep, 7:30 is good. Sweet. Thanks, Katie. Can't wait. Hey, hello, Hammies. Make sure you all hit the like on your way in, please. So, do you know who Jon Comeau is? Yes, we all do. He's got his shirt on at the moment. He has his shirt on right now. I don't know, ladies. Super chats get it off usually. I'm joking. I'm not a grifter. He's going to leave it on. He's turned into a brand new man. Anyway, without further ado, actually, wait. Still some more ado. More ado. Tuck this down here. Yes. And, hey, John.
Yeah. Hi.
How you going?
Hello. How are you?
Hello. I'm well, thank you. Do you know what, Shorties? John said before that he was watching a bit of my Tommy CPU interview so he could get a feel for the accent so he could understand me. So I'll try to enunciate clearly, John.
No, it's all good. It's all good. It just makes me have to concentrate. That's all. You know,
On a Friday night, that's
me with
exactly
my
what you do.
ADHD. So hopefully I'll keep it on the
feel you.
rail. Yeah.
I feel you.
Now, before we start,
yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is your camera on the computer or is it its own freestanding camera?
It's on the computer. I have got a camera ready to go, but I haven't hooked it up yet.
Okay. Is it on the computer screen? Like, is it on the, do you have like a laptop and is it on the screen? Okay. Can you take your fingers and push the top of the screen away from you? No, too much. Way too much.
No, I don't like it that far.
Right there. Yeah, but it was cutting the top of your head off.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it.
You don't like the top of your head?
Oh, it's all right. Actually, I've done my regrowth now. It was my blonde regrowth was coming through. So
there you go. All right, much better.
Thank you, amazing.
Okay. All right.
Tips from Jon Comeau. It's better than what I used to do, which is run the stream from my phone all the time, which was
that's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, just from like I couldn't share screens, I couldn't do anything, so it was a bit of an.
So I have you up on the TV next to me. So if I keep doing this, I'm cheating. I'm trying to look at the words because I can't. And my fiance has her earbuds in, and I think she's watching but she keeps, yep, she's watching, but she's hiding in another room because she doesn't, yep.
What's her name again? What's her name?
Yeah, it's Paula.
Hi, Paula. Shout out, Paula. Thanks for watching. Don't worry.
Yeah, she waved back.
He's safe. He's safe
Yeah.
from me.
Oh yeah.
Don't know about Katie though. No, I'm joking. Katie.
No, she had the day off, so it's a great day.
Lovely.
Yeah.
And how was last weekend? You had a beautiful weekend with your
So Paula and I went to my stepdaughter's. She's 34.
Yes.
And it poured, it rained. So my ex-wife had rented one of those giant like white tents that they come and set up in your backyard. She had a trailer, like the bathroom trailers that have like they play music and men's room, ladies' room. And we improvised and added a couple more of our own tents just to kind of for some overflow at the back of the house. And no, it was good. I don't know. It was like 50, 60 people. And I got to walk her down one side and her father was on the other side of her. And, yeah, it was nice. I walked when we got up to her now husband, TJ, it was great because I just went, she's your problem now.
Well, the photos look beautiful. So I think rain, hail, or shine, a wedding is always a beautiful thing, right?
Yeah, no, it was good. And the photos. So there's a couple of those Twitter trolls that basically said, they were saying a lot of disgusting things about me and my stepdaughter. And so this has been like 5-6 months waiting, me keeping my mouth shut, knowing that we were going to have all these pictures to come back at them and say, oh, you mean this one here and my ex-wife right here, so
did you do what you told me you were going to do with the photo?
We didn't. No, we didn't. I know. It was so hectic, but no. What I did was more than enough. They got the point.
Yes. Amazing.
Innocent people. Let me tell you something. Innocent people don't do what they're doing. They just don't.
No.
They're just disgusting, ugly people.
They are soulless, really.
Yeah.
Like just out to make.
Because they won't fight
miserable.
on the facts. They want to try to break you down. They want to embarrass you. They want to shame you. They want to pick on anything they can to try to get you to go away.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
And you're generally you seem to be the kind of person who stands up to it and puts back with humor.
Yeah, I will push back 10 times worse.
Thank you.
And that's what happened. Yeah, I had stepped away. I had stepped away for a week, and and it was leading up to my stepdaughter's wedding, anyways. And so I just totally 100%. I didn't post. I didn't comment. And someone came into work and they go, "Oh, you should see what they're saying about you all over Twitter." I go, "Why?" I go, I haven't posted. I haven't commented. I hadn't liked it. Like literally in a week, I hadn't done anything. He shows me. I'm like, oh, it looks like they want me back. So I'm like, you got me. They had a chance for me to go away on my own, and they had to, be keyboard warriors.
Yeah, I found it very interesting. As soon as I started being vocal about my feeling on Free Karen Reid and on the trial, I think it was about day 2 or day 3, and I just, as soon as I did, it was interesting. It was Juliana Nagel or Ellie Mae, Plevin, Braden Carney. So I think that's Jen McCabe, but whoever you think that is, that's fine. And I was like I was hesitant to put my foot into the water there because I knew it was going to be vitriolic. But literally, my very first post, whoa! And I very quickly learned about the block and the mute button. I blocked those people, and then mute the people that were just bringing my feed down with their drag gaslighting bullshit. I just couldn't. So
right.
And these days I don't get much trolliness at all, but I also haven't been saying as much just because I haven't had that much to say. Like you said that you were going to maybe take a bit of a break from it until you had something. There's no need to. I mean, I think there's no need to Posting for tweeting's sake isn't really like
Right.
it's just clogging up things. So
But when they
yes,
bring things on themselves and it's so funny and amusing, and what happened is when this first started, um, there were people that were coming to me with their own, like they would give me the meme or they would give me what the joke that they thought was, but they were too scared to post it themselves, whether it's because their business is in town or their kids are in the sports and they don't want their kid, but they're completely on this side. So I'm like, all right, I'll be a vessel. I will post away. I'll take all the heat. So that's kind of how the beginning of all the stuff back and forth with these people started.
yes, and I mean you've got to be quite resilient. Like I didn't ever take anything they said to heart because they
No,
were as a woman, obviously. Oh well, I guess you've copped some pretty disgusting stuff as well. But as a woman, they were going in for the misogynistic, like really vile stuff. And I'm like,
yeah,
whatever, that's on them, not on me. But I don't need to expose myself to that if I don't have to. Like, who needs it really? Um, I do get a bit of people coming into my other tweets trying to change my opinion on things that I'm strongly opinionated on, controversial
mhm.
type true crimey stuff. I hate that word, but true crimey stuff. And that annoys me too because I'm not trying to enforce my opinion on others. I'm just stating it, and I
Now
don't
was
try to
that
change
your?
anyone
Is
else.
that how you came into everything? Was through a true crime when you started?
This channel or
Yeah,
me and Twitter?
the channel.
The channel's actually so my true crime stuff is kind of adjacent and it's lovely. That's what I in my real world I listen to trials and I've been a podcast listener and ever since I was a young child I read Jack the Ripper book when I was about 9. So I've always been kind of a bit dark like that.
Yeah,
My channel
I was
itself
Hardy
came
Boys.
into being yeah, my channel itself came into being because I was going to do a podcast. So I've got a series in the channel that's called Let's Talk, and it's basically starting conversations about things that people don't really generally want to talk about, difficult conversations like homelessness, grief, addiction, um, coercive control, and domestic abuse. So that's it's really inspiring and uplifting, but it also is kind of dark. It's not going to
Mhm.
be the bread and butter of my channel. The YouTube algorithm doesn't push it out there because the
Right.
subject matter is, I don't censor what I say, I refuse. And that's okay because I'm not doing this for the money, contrary to some people's belief that I'm a
A
grifter.
grifter.
I wish
You're a grifter.
if I was grifting, I'd be telling everyone to super chat so John takes his shirt off. I'm joking, Paula. That's a bit of fun. Yeah, so I was going to do a podcast and then realized once I started watching trials and things on YouTube in chats, so not like nice communities, that this was a more immediate um, interface between my people
Interactions.
compared to the
Yeah,
podcast. Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely engagement and suited my thing. So here we are. Yeah. So you talked about how you got on the offensive, I guess, on Twitter. Tell us a little
Yes.
bit about so you don't live in Canton
Not
anymore.
anymore. So yeah, I grew up in Canton. My family. So my grandmother. I'll even say my great grandparents lived in Canton. So I lived. I never thought I was going to leave Canton, and I got divorced. And 5 years ago, um, the housing market in that area, it's through the roof. There was no way I was going to find something and not just be house poor paying a mortgage. So I I'm about 15, 20 minutes south of Canton, heading towards Rhode Island. Um, but I mean, my brother still lives there. My mother still lives there. And I drive through there. I mean, I drive through daily. I cut through Canton every day on my way to work. So
Yes,
yeah.
yes. Is the housing market still going up in Canton, or
Oh,
is
it's
it
crazy. It's crazy.
even with everything that's going on?
Yeah, because the houses it's the location. I mean, Canton's location is amazing. I mean, you're on the commuter rail. You can in 15, 20 minutes, you're in Boston. In an hour, you're down the Cape Cod. You can get to Rhode Island in an hour. I mean, it is like right there in the middle. It's so easy. And that's why I never thought I'd leave, because it was just so quick to get anywhere.
Mm. But then you did, because of the housing
I did.
market.
Yep. I ended up buying a house down in Attleboro, and the Twitter trolls, they've already, and I don't care. There's nothing that I have as a secret. They put out my address online. They put my phone number online, and I'm like, whatever. I'm not hiding behind, a fake name. I put myself out there. And yesterday I decided, I'm like, you know what? As fun as it is going at it with them, I'm like, from now on, if it's a fake name, I'm not even going to engage with them, because that's how much of a coward they are. So
Yeah, and
let them say
it's
what they
pretty
want.
easy.
Yeah.
Yes. And the people who are good at, like the people like Haley Walbrecht or,
Yeah.
I don't know, Olivia Lambeau and Jess
Olivia's
Machado.
awesome. Yeah.
Yes, they're very good at kind of putting those little strings between the fake name and very quickly we can pretty much work it out. People can
Well,
tell.
eventually they're stupid enough. They post something that they shouldn't have, and they out themselves.
Yes, yes. I noticed that the Ellie Mae account has been completely she's gone.
Yeah. There's a couple, but yesterday I was like, that's it. I'm done arguing with people that can't even stand up for themselves.
There's just literally no point. There's no rationality behind anything they say. It's just expending energy, personal energy
Yeah.
on something then that's what they're trying to do. They try to wear us down, and it has worn some people down,
Right.
And so yeah. Okay, so this is a good question. Where is the best place to get cake for the select board meetings?
Yeah.
Jess,
I
I'm
can't.
glad
I
you
made
asked.
that cake. What?
Did you
You guys
really?
don't believe I made that cake?
Here, wait, let's talk about this. Let me just
I didn't make the cake. I didn't make the
looks
cake.
pretty good. So this is from Tommy CPU. And so he said, well, he didn't mind at all if I shared his stuff. So I think I've queued it up to. So actually, set the scene, John. When was this, and where were you? And
I want to do a quick shout out to Tommy, because a lot of
yes,
people misunderstand him. When Turtle was incarcerated, Tommy was one of the first ones and only ones for a couple weeks that started his show. Like, there was no content there. What happened was and I didn't know anything about Turtle at the time either, until he started doing these shows about us. And everybody kind of gets in that they know what nights Turtle was, and it's almost like you go through withdrawals. It's almost like the end of a sporting season when your team loses. So I want to give Tom a shout out for picking up and running with it, and then literally standing outside of the court every day, so that people, like me, I worked every day, and so I couldn't get down there. So I'd watch, I'm sitting there watching, and I'm like, so thank you, Tommy.
Tommy is amazing, and he's a
Yeah.
beautiful soul. Also, his team of moderators is such a beautiful, warm, kind, inclusive group of women. I'm kind of like an honorary mod. There times when Tommy goes live is like the middle of my asleep time, so I catch when I can and catch the replay and do a lot of shout outs for them. But
Well, what
yes.
time is it
So,
there right now?
9:20 in the morning on Saturday. So I'm 14 hours ahead of you.
What's the lottery ticket number for? No.
Yes. So, oh my goodness, it started already. Dina, Jon Comeau, take off the shirt. Lord, have mercy.
No, you got to come up with a number. You got to come up with a number. If they donate a certain amount to the Karen Reed Fund, then we'll do it.
I was about to say, and if you do
$100.
donate, $100. If you do donate, while
Combined.
we're there,
It's not one. It doesn't have to be one person, but if there's once there's $100 donated to the Karen Reed Foundation fund there, then I'll do it.
So on that note, if you do donate to Karen Reed's Defence Fund, I have been running I can't do this, a fundraiser for Karen. I made 200 of these custom stickers. I designed them myself. They're good quality vinyl, good size for anything, a drink bottle, bumper bar, laptop. If you put, Mark says, please leave the shirt on. Mark. I don't know. You could be outnumbered here, lol. But yeah, so a donation direct to Karen's Defense Fund or her Venmo or her PayPal. $10 minimum donation, one entry per person. So $10 donation up to 49 gets you one sticker. For 50 to 99 gets you two. 100 or more gets you three. And just screenshot your receipt of whichever the transactions you use, and DM me or email me on any email me or DM me on any of the platforms, and with your receipt and your postal address, and you will. I have helpers in the US that are already ready to go with thank you cards and pink envelopes, and you'll have it in within 3 weeks, because USPS is ridiculous. It's the slowest mail service in the world, I swear to God. So if people do donate today, and send me through your receipt, if we can get to $100 today, you'll get a sticker and you'll get John's shirt off. Doesn't have to be one $100 donation in total, though.
$100 combined. There you go.
Yes, exactly. All right. It is. Robin, yes, it is beautiful, isn't it? It wasn't quite as vibrant as my original, but considering they did pretty well. Anyway, let's have a look at this cake thing. Outside of, where were you?
So Mike Loughran is the chairman of the select board, and we are now on day 80 of Zoom meetings since the last in-person at town hall select board meeting. I've been counting. So it's day 80 of his hostile Zoom takeover. So I vowed that every meeting that they have, I will show up to one of their houses for the first 15 minutes. And I will, I want to be there in person until they go back to town hall.
Amazing. So I think I've got it just as Kristen's coming up.
All right, here we go.
This is a selectman in Canton. He's a public official, correct?
Hello. Good. How are you? Hey, we got Whitey here, and we got
All
Mr.
right.
Comeau.
There's
Mr.
Whitey, my
Comeau.
man. Whitey's awesome. He's my guy.
We're having cake.
Oh my God, what the hell?
It was so funny.
To need it too.
That's
If they don't
right.
want to come to town hall, I'm going to bring town hall to them.
You are
Oh,
live on
my.
Tom's channel. Okay.
Mr. Comeau, you're the man.
Here you go. Here's a slice of cake for you.
I actually brought it to the neighbors.
Right here.
Did you?
Hey, you
Yeah.
don't need no
Yeah, I
fork.
went and knocked on their doors and brought them cake.
I got cake.
That's awesome.
Your town hall cake. Because these guys are a piece of cake.
Thanks.
There
I
you
got
go.
Oh, I get shafted on. How come I didn't get no cake? That's
Tommy.
fair.
I got cake. I got cake for everyone. I got enough to feed. If you're in the area, come down. I will personally give you a piece of cake.
All right,
Tom, I'll save you a piece of cake.
free cake. Hey, is it
Free
like wedding
cake.
cake?
Free
But then we
cake.
have
Town
ice
hall.
cream.
Tommy was devo that he wasn't getting any cake, and I got to say, I was quite disappointed. Also, I was over here in Australia going, "Damn, it was like 4 o'clock in the morning here. I get up very early for work," and I was like, "I really want cake now."
That was a lemon cake with raspberry filling in the middle. Oh, it was so good.
Oh,
Yeah.
so good.
Buttercream frosting.
Oh, stop it, John. So before that, you'd started doing costumes, yeah?
Oh, so once again, not all of them are my ideas. I'll be talking to someone and they'll be saying something. I'll be saying, and all of a sudden we're laughing. I'm like, okay. And of course, off to Amazon I go. So yeah, the very first one, well, what happened was a number of years ago, we were trying to keep one of the bodies of water in Canton public so that the people in Canton could use that body of water. And there was a lot of people, same thing that's happening. All the people that lived on that lake wanted it really for themselves. And there's a lot of the select board back at the time that were in bed with these people. So they were almost siding with them. So my brother and I showed up that night with, instead of pitchforks, we showed up with oars. And I can't believe they let us into the meeting with these 2 giant wooden oars. So that was kind of the beginning of it. So now fast forward to here. I was talking to someone and they're like, oh my God, they're so chicken with what all they're doing. That they're moving the microphones back. Now they have the cop in the room. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to get a chicken costume, because I was you watch it, not, and I sympathize, I'm right there with all these people. I just want to do it a different way. People get up and they're so passionate and they're so angry and they only have 3 minutes to talk and they get cut off immediately, which adds to the frustration. So I decided, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to say a word. I'm going to dress up. I'm going to get one of those giant inflatable chicken costumes. I'm going to get my sign. I'm going to stand at the back of the room. I'm not going to bother anyone, and I'll still get my message across. Hey, and so that's how it started. I started with a giant chicken. And then 2 weeks later, I was the elephant in the room. So I was a giant inflatable elephant. And then it was the coffee cup because, yeah.
John, what do because the select board members are very stoic slash there's a wall there. They don't engage at all. What did they do? Did they react at all to you?
So the first time they kind of thought it was funny. They quietly, out in the hall afterwards, they're like, all right, yeah, like, we get it, and I said to one of them, I go, listen, I promise you, no more chicken. It was a one-time thing. You'll never see that chicken costume in here again. Well, 2 weeks later, when I hit him the elephant, he wasn't amused at all. And he had some choice words for me after the meeting. And I said, hey, I told you no more chicken. I never said anything about an elephant. So they didn't like that. So they aren't happy with my antics.
So do they give you a look? Do they have their?
No, it wasn't. Sorry, I can read that. It was not the Bakery Boys bakery in Norwood. Yeah.
Actually, someone else before. Did anyone come out for cake? I know you said you took it out to the.
The neighbors. I brought it. So his next door neighbor is brand new. So I brought them. They just moved in. I brought them cake. Neighbor across the street, I bought cake, and then the wife came out, and actually she was like, "Can I get a picture with you?" I'm like, "Absolutely." I'm like, "Yeah, come on over." So she held one of the signs. She held one of the I think she either held a Free Karen Reed or a Birchmore sign up, and took the picture with her, and then at the third house, same thing, and the other night when I got there early. I got there around 6 o'clock and I knocked on all the doors and I said, listen, I just want to let you guys all know I'm going to be back. Some people might join me, but it's only going to be 7 to 7:30. They were all fine with it. I just said, we'll be out of here by 7:30.
Well, I mean, it's no more of a spectacle or anything than, I don't know, like trick-or-treating or anything. Like, it's not like you're doing anything other than being in a costume and bringing some cake and vocalizing things. It's not.
Well, I may have had some air horns this last time.
So you did the one more thing, and then we've got Katie backstage. So we'll
Hi, Kelly Reed.
Hi, Kelly Reed. Yes, hi, Kelly. Thank you for being here. It's always amazing when Kelly has the time to come on in and say hi. Thank you so much.
She sees everything.
She sees everything. Do you know what? Also, Kelly has one of these, and so does Karen. So there we go. Right. I did it. I managed. Pretty proud of that. So don't forget, people, if you'd like to see John without his shirt on, yikes, sorry, John, sorry, Paula. $100 or more total donation to Karen's Defense Fund or her Venmo or her PayPal. Doesn't have to be one person, but if we can do it all in the next hour and a half, John will get his kid off. All right. Oh, whoa, see? Teaser. Yikes. All right, let me pull up Miss Katie Smith. So Katie has been Katie was one of my first guests. I think it was my second live stream ever. And we talked about addiction. It was an amazing conversation. And then we also had a little bit of a chat about her experience with Bukkake, the man, not the activity. I mean, I don't know. She didn't share that stuff. But and with things that are going on of late within them, witness intimidation and summons being, whatever you guys call them, being served. I think it's playing on Katie's mind a little bit. She was one of the first ones that he visited, right? So without further ado. Hello, Hammies. Thank you. Beautiful. Can you email me Adam, can you please put my email address in chat and email me that? And we're halfway there. We're ready to not naked Jen. Oh, hi, Katie. You're muted.
The things that are going on.
Hello. Can you turn your TV down, Katie, for me, please?
Someone's being, whatever you guys told them.
Katie, you're on. Katie.
I had my TV on. It was behind.
That's all right. Yes, 30-second delay kills
Yeah.
me. That's why on you creators go da 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 da, and then they wait.
Oh, okay.
Wait. Yes. Sweet. You'll be able to hear what we're going on here through your StreamYard. How are you, gorgeous?
I'm doing good. I'm trying to put my earbuds in. It like doesn't work. Hold on.
Oh,
I always have trouble with this like every time.
You've had 50 minutes
It's
to
not
do
connecting
this.
for some reason. I had it all set up. I swear it's not working. All right, whatever.
I've been sitting here since like 2:30 to make sure that, I got my jerk curtain all ready.
It says it's connected. Yeah, but your shirt's still on.
This is, by the way, while she's connecting her earbuds, right here. This is all just for Mike Crawford. That's my jerk curtain right there.
Forgetting that.
Does Mike is
Jerk curtain.
So
can you guys hear me? All right. Screw the headphones.
Yes. You're good. We can hear you.
Okay, I'm good.
There it is. That's my email address.
Okay.
If anybody is going to do the get it off.
Can we talk about Buchanan in the rubber duckies? Like, I'm so like appalled by that.
You can call him whatever you want.
Like
also.
they're putting
him
more.
Buchanan or Buchanan.
I don't like to say bukkake, honestly.
Buchanan is fine if you want to be all official and
Yuri.
civilized.
Just say Yuri.
Yuri, sure.
Yuri.
So all right, so like the way I look at it, it's like you're gonna have a state police trooper go like bag up rubber ducks and a cop got killed at another cop's house, and they're putting more of an investigation into the movement than they are his murder.
100%.
Like
It's
when I saw
wild,
him
and-
in my house, like I was like appalled. Like you know what I mean? It was a lot.
Can you tell that story again, Katie? I know you've told that story on my channel a couple of months ago. But many people have seen that. I think that little clip that I did of you telling that story has over 10,000 views, which is quite a few. So, but tell the people in the chat again so that we can refresh memories on how the lead up to Yuri coming.
I also have a video on my Twitter that has like 85,000 views. Like I honestly shared it. I shared it like a week later, and I was like scared they were going to end up coming back to my house because it like got so much like traction, and I wasn't expecting that. So I was home, and
wait, rewind a little bit. What did you do in inverted commas? Because
Allegedly.
So I allegedly told Elizabeth Proctor that her husband is a corrupt. Like, I don't even think I was like being like saying swears or anything. I just said he's corrupt and he should lawyer up, and like he's covering for murderers. And not a year later. So that was in May. And then 2 days before Aaand was supposed to get out of jail, they came to my house. They came here twice. Like I wasn't home the first time. And then, like he came here with Sean Kelly, who's like popular now. I was like the first person that they came to, I believe. I'm pretty sure because like I didn't hear anything about it until they came here. So my landlord happened to be here, and she came upstairs, and she's like, there's state police downstairs. And I'm like thinking someone in my family died or something, because like why would they be here? So I went downstairs and I didn't recognize Sean Kelly, but I looked to my right and Yuri was standing there, and I couldn't help it. I was like, are you serious? That's what I think I said. Are you fucking serious? Actually, because I was just like, I was like shook. I'm like, why is he in my house? And because like I said, it was in May, and this is now February that they came to my house. So it wasn't, and I was actually watching. So they were going to charge me witness intimidation for saying he is corrupt. So, but I was watching Aaand's booking video, and if you watch it, they said in the video, Aaand was asking who the witnesses were, and he said Elizabeth Proctor and whoever, I think it was Tully, was booking him said, no, she's not a witness. So it's like, is she or isn't she? Like, what's going on?
Well, because remember, according to Helena and the way the statue's read, family members.
Right. But what I'm saying
Right.
is like, they claim that she wasn't a witness, and that was in October.
Right.
So, you know, I mean, that was after I sent the text. So if she wasn't a victim, a witness in May, how is she a witness in May and not in October?
It's because how they twist it.
Right. So yeah, he told my lawyer, like, oh, because I talked to him for like 5 minutes. Like and I said, I'm done talking to you. And he kept like firing questions at me. He was basically trying to get me to say that Aaaand coerced me to do it.
Right. Yep.
He's literally a YouTube person that I've never met in my life. And I followed him before this, but for like the Mike Fucci story, John, do you know that one? The guy that was like pretending to have cancer.
Yeah. So I didn't follow. I truth be told, I know that. So I have a brother, a younger brother, who is different views politically than me.
Okay.
And Turtle had wrote a story on him. But to me, I didn't. But that was years. That was a few years ago.
Right.
And then I had never even thought of until he popped back up on the Karen Reed thing.
Right.
And so yeah, the first time I did talk to him, I said, "Hey, I just want to let you know, truth be told,
you spelled something wrong or something, right?"
Well, first I said you wrote an article on my brother. I just want to let you know who I am so that you know where I'm coming from. I'm just giving you a heads up.
Oh yeah.
And then you're pronouncing the names of the people wrong and the streets in the town or I was just trying to help just that way.
No, yeah, you weren't being like malicious or anything.
No, I wasn't feeding information like they thought I was. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're all getting paid too. I'm like, where's my check? I want it. I'm like not getting paid over here like everyone else.
Right. Like I'm paid security now. Yeah.
Oh yeah. With her PR, you know that, right? That's what Yuri said that to me. He was like, he was like not in my face, but very close to me. And like, on TV, they interrogate. I've been in actual interrogation room. So like, I was about to say like, they like slammed the table and like, he didn't do that, but he was like, she's a murderer. And like, she's guilty. You shouldn't put your views on the internet. You should keep them to yourself. And like, I didn't know if he was I was starting to piss him off. So because I told him, I'm like, because he said that like Proctor isn't being investigated because he would be suspended with like for the internal investigation. And I'm like, oh, that didn't age well, did it?
No.
Yeah, it's so great.
Yeah.
He's getting fired.
Time will come.
He's getting fired. There's no way he's not. Oh, for sure. I hope all of them get their karma because that I just think of like how John's body looked after. And like what the hell that he must have went through. It's like emotion. Like it's like I don't know this guy from Adam, but it's like I almost feel like like we know Karen. I have never met her, but I feel like I know all of you guys. I've never met you guys. This is on the other side of the world. We talk we talk, and it's like an extended family. I feel like, except we just don't see each other. I know a lot of you do, but
they're so used to the majority of people backing down to them. They're not used to people that have their own opinions that just don't say, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what they did to me. Like they brought up the fact. So last year, actually, it came up in my memories on Facebook. I got my record sealed a year ago. And so this asshole comes to my house and he's like, I know you've had this. He was playing good cop at first. Like whatever they did, looked up my record or Googled me or whatever. They were like, oh, like, we'll go, she's vulnerable. We'll go shake her up. And like, I haven't been arrested since 2013. So, he was probably like, we'll just scare the shit out of her and she'll fold. But, they came here and he's yelling at me and telling me that I have a troubled past and all this shit. So actually like Karen Reed's private investigator called me and said that they could be like, held responsible for like a real sealed records violation.
Well, they're definitely going through your records. Yep. Yeah,
that they can't do that. Why would you do that?
They try to find whatever they can to use as leverage.
Yes, exactly. And like you're telling me I'm a drug addict. Like, what does that have to do with anything? what is that? Like, seriously, like, I was getting so pissed off, but I could, like, at the same time, I didn't want to push it too much because they're corrupt cops. They can do whatever they want to me. So, like, I just want, and then my landlord, thank God my landlord was there, and she was like, you told me that because she's very protective of me, as I've been through a lot. Like, my boyfriend died last year. Like, I've been through a lot of trauma in the past few years. And like, she's just really protective of me. And she was like, because first of all, the first time they came, they didn't even tell her they were state police. Like,
They
and then
didn't identify themselves.
no, no. And then
And
the
they
second,
didn't. Go
sorry,
ahead,
Katie.
sorry. They didn't take
No.
any. They did. You never. There was never any.
No,
You didn't have nothing in writing, right? From this,
no.
nothing. But you mentioned to me just the other day that with everything that's coming out, with all these new charges being put down to witness intimidation, that you're a bit concerned that there might be something coming, and that in itself is just like that's terrorism. They've made
Yeah.
contact with you, and now you kind of are living in relative fear about whether, and we all know that they can push this shit through the courts.
Exactly.
Well, not only that, you know that they're sharing it not just with fellow officers, they're sharing it with Chicken Palm. They're sharing it with all the family members. Because if you remember the night that Aaaand went to the select board meeting and there was the confrontation, and when they got outside, Chris pointed to someone and said, "Hey, I hope you're not driving. We know about you."
Right.
So they're all doing their own reconnaissance on everybody. They're trying to find out some sort of leverage to get on everyone. That's the thing. There's no leverage left to get on me. The only thing that I did, they all know about.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I mean, like,
I owned it.
They're just, they were like, oh, I was the first person. I think, I mean, I had to be because we weren't hearing about it. And then they came to my house and then like, they kind of just, and they didn't come one day and then the next day they like waited a week and then they came back.
Well,
and it's
they
like
need
scary.
the money.
Like I see Yuri in my, and it's like, it was around dinner time. It's almost like they came like not in an official capacity. You know what I mean?
Overtime.
I wanted a police report. I wanted a police report, and and like people were telling me to call the Norfolk District Attorney's Office. I'm like, oh yeah, that will go over fucking great. Then they'll be just back at my house, like so.
Right.
I don't know. It's just I want the police report. They didn't write anything down. They did there was no body camera. There's nothing, and it's like that's just how they did it with Jon's case. They just, Karen's case. They drove by the police station to go to fucking Jennifer McCabe's house. Like that's insane.
Right.
If I had a dead police officer, or anyone dead on my front lawn, they would be swarming my house.
Yep.
Like,
every one of those like crime shows I watch always shows you that high camera shot of the interrogation room as they interview a witness that they've blurred out their face that's like saying what happened. That doesn't happen in Canton.
No,
Canton. They let them all get together in their living room. Yeah.
Before this happened, go ahead. Sorry, Lisa.
I was going to say, Dina's saying that she's been followed multiple times.
That's insane.
Yeah.
MSP have pulled up alongside me on the highway and took my picture with their cell phone as she's driving.
I have that cowboy guy on Twitter, cowboy fan.
That was Chris.
Yeah, he told me to relapse. He said, come on, Katie, like one more time, like get that feeling one more time. Like you're a sick fucking individual. Like what is wrong? They need like a study done on them. And they say, we're the fucking crazy ones. They're inside. I've never seen such vitriol and like sickness. Like these people are sick. McAlbert Mafia, like they're all like insane.
Look at this. Dina says she has a free Karen Reid on her back windshield. I get followed all the time. I have no record. Go ahead and pull me over. I'll fucking sue every one of them. Yes, bring it.
It's like I don't have a record anymore either. I'm not even, I haven't done anything wrong in a long time. And it's a lot of it was just related to my addiction. You know what I mean? Like I would fail a drug test at probation and go to Framingham at like 18 years old. It wasn't like I was out there being like a menace to society. You know what I mean? Like I just, I had a rough childhood and just started doing drugs at like 17 years old, but no, just, it's just crazy. just to bring that up to me. And it has absolutely nothing to do with me saying that a police officer that's covering up a murder of another police officer is corrupt, because it's the truth. Like, I'm sorry.
Right. Yep.
This is insane.
And
I
Katie,
wanted
you've been watching the Canton select meetings, right?
Oh,
Select board meetings.
Yep. And I loved Zabrowski, Wade Hunter's cousin.
I can't believe people were texting me. They go, "Is that you?" I go, "First off, no." I go,
You would
"I'm
just
in
say
front
their
of his
name.
house."
You would
I
say
go, "Second off, how can you not know who those voices are?"
right, and you're out in front of the house with whistles. That was was classic. That was great. You're like, it's not me. I'm outside of their house.
I'm outside his house. I'm like, I have to shut, like, because I am a boomer, and so I mean, but I pass most of the tests on all these things. I'm shutting all my notifications off now, because the first couple of times it's like people are calling me, and I'm like, listen, I'm trying
I'm trying to,
I'm trying to be funny here. I only have so many jokes in my head,
yeah, I gotta focus.
you know. I got like people, like I'm literally driving over and they're like, okay, you got to say this. You got to say this. Because a lot of them aren't mine. They're all like, you got to say this, say that. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So like the first time I literally wrote them down on the back of my sign. I'm like, okay, this person wants me to say this. This person wants me to say this.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
great. Oh man. What was I gonna say? Oh, the police audit committee meeting, dude. Like, we had
Oh.
3-2. He's
Nothing funny about that. Yep.
The biggest scumbag I've ever seen. I hate him.
Yep.
I literally hate that guy.
It was outrageous, as like just watching these people behave in that manner.
I agree with you. I only had to listen to like his first 3 words, and I'm like, oh my god, that's true. Same thing with what was his name? The Moose guy.
The doctor Moose.
What was the guy the week before? It was
He said about
Mazza.
the solo cups or something. Oh no,
No,
okay.
Mazza got through the week before.
Clyde Duckworth.
Yeah, Clyde Duckworth. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was wild.
funny.
And I think someone in one of the chats made the comment that the Canton Town Select Board people and even in the police audit, the police audit wasn't meeting wasn't boring, but it was outrageous. But that they're trying to bore everybody into turning off and not paying attention. But
Right, exactly.
obviously,
because
after the
it'll go
public
away.
comment, yeah. And
They think it'll go away.
That's what they're used to. Imagine what else these assholes have done. Like, I thought Canton, before this happened, I thought Canton was like this nice little, like, I live in Gloucester, so I'm like thinking it's like a nice little town, and like it's a little police town, it's safe, and like all this shenanigans is going, it's like another world. Norfolk County in general. Like, what was it like, John, before this happened, like in Canton? Like what?
So growing up, growing up in Canton, you were more afraid of your parents than you were of the police. Like you were afraid that when the police caught you or whatever, that they were gonna
beat your ass.
Right. So, but you knew them all. They all, they all like, so like my father, I remember as a kid, like Chris Albert's father was on my father's over 30 softball team. Chris Albert's father played second base. My father played right field, left field, like, and all the other Canton cops were on that team. Like I could tell you like 6 or 7 of those, and everybody loved them and they respected them. Right. And then I don't know if it wasn't 9/11, but it was around that time where there was a change in the policing where it went to all the tinted windows and they weren't out in public anymore. And it was the vests and it's way more militarized and less friendly. And now they want to get an ice cream truck to try to bring back the friendly.
After they just let a cop die and a teenage girl get groomed by Stoughton police officers and killed. That's great.
And I graduated with that one too, with Rob Devine. So my grade was Rob Devine, Lank, myself, Lucky, Diana, the egg tosser. That was all the class of '90.
Mm-hmm.
And then
That's
Mike
when I was
Lochran
born.
was 2 years before us. Yeah.
I was born in 1990.
Oh, well, that was
Wow.
my stepdaughter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bless.
Yeah, that was with your stepdaughter. That was insane. People, that's what I mean. Like, these people are just out of control. Like,
Yeah.
who just makes up something like that? Like, they're telling, I get told to kill myself all the time, like overdose, and like that cowboy, like Chris or whoever, Yuri, like I was like dating somebody at the time that happened, and he like went off on him. He wrote him like a novel message. I don't know if he ever read it though. Remember there was all that porn?
I keep
Yeah,
getting
remember there was all the porn on Chris's on the cowboy thing. Like he was replying to like all that porn. Fucking idiot. Oh my god! Did you know
I
about
can't believe that
John?
stayed up as long as it did.
Right,
John, how did Mrs. Ash asks, how do the townies treat you now? Are you
Well, it depends on who they are. There's
depends on their
There's a-
name.
it depends on their name. It depends on where they go. Like I can go.
Right.
I'll walk in. I will walk into the waterfall. Not a problem at all. They're the nicest people down there. I will walk into Matt Kelly's. Great
Yeah.
people. You know.
Mhm.
I have gone into CF McCarthy's, but to be honest with you, I really just don't want to have to deal with the next door neighbor. you know,
With the
I don't.
cardboard, the nice cardboard in the window. Like, what is like?
Yeah,
see what
I just won't engage with them because I just don't want to give them the opportunity to try to jam me
yeah,
up.
you
I'm
have
not.
enough. Yeah, exactly.
Right. He's
Yeah.
called me. He's called me over and over. I haven't taken the calls. He's texted me. I haven't taken the text. I wouldn't answer the text. He's called my brother crying, literally crying,
What the fuck?
begging my brother to get me to get him to stop.
They're probably all going crazy. I would be if I were. I wouldn't even be able to sleep if I were them. Like it's just insane.
My little brother, like I said, he's a Democrat. I was a Democrat, but I vote Republican. This is the one thing that we are lockstep in on. We agree on all this, and they are attacking him because and you know for all of his all of his choices, everything, and it's sickening what they do.
It's like me with that's how the cop treated me, and it's like, I don't know. I just don't understand what that had to do with anything because that's like ridiculous. They didn't come back, so that's good. And I haven't gotten a summons. I'm surprised. Like out of all the people that like got summons just for contacting McCabe, it's like with Elizabeth Proctor allegedly, like so. Like you think I'm nervous that they're gonna like say they sent it and don't sell. Never mind. I don't even want to give them an idea. Never mind. Forget it.
Well, the majority of the people that have gotten their summonses, Yuri has approached them before they got their summons. So, I mean, for all those people that may watch right now that are on the other side that keep asking me, "You get your summons yet?" No, I don't want to have to keep showing you an empty mailbox day after day. They're not coming for me. I haven't done anything wrong.
I was gonna start doing that, like recording myself checking my mail every day, so I could be like, "Oh, it didn't come yet. It didn't come yet." Because I'm afraid, like I said, I'm just afraid they're gonna say they sent it and don't send it, and then I have a warrant, and then you know what I mean? It's like
failure to appear, right?
I live like how far is Gloucester from Canton? I've never even been there before.
It's quite a ways.
Right, so it's like I don't know.
So how did you do this? What did you do on a text?
Allegedly.
Right, allegedly.
I allegedly downloaded a burner app, and I allegedly got Elizabeth Proctor's number doxed online. I allegedly texted her.
So Miss Shorty, did you ever see that movie with George Clooney, A Perfect Storm?
No, I don't watch movies. I don't know. No.
You never saw that movie? All right.
Oh man,
Fine.
I
was hoping
Forget
she
it.
did. That's
All
where
right.
I live.
So-
That's where it's about a boat sinking because Gloucester's like a fisherman town.
Yeah,
So
she lives
it's
in a
really sad
fishing town.
movie.
Yeah.
I'll put it on my list. Barry Stevens asks, "Who's the girl talking?" That's Katie Smith. She's amazing, and she was
Aw.
lucky enough to have Yuri Buchanik visit her. What, a year and a bit ago? When was that? did you
February
say?
21st of last year. This year, my bad. This year.
Yeah,
February.
Yeah,
Right
when they were
before-
trying to keep Aiden in jail longer. Yeah, it a
Aiden
couple
was
days
about to get
before
out the next 2 days later. And they came
Wild.
here twice.
Wild.
2 times they came here. Like, can you, because I was waiting for my boyfriend to come and I looked out the window because my landlord pulled up and I looked out the window and there was like a huge SUV across the street, but like, I'm not, thinking anything. And then I heard the door open downstairs that my house is like really quiet. And I heard them say, "Is Katie Smith here?" And I'm like, "Oh, Jesus, like what, you know what I mean?" I'm like, it has to be something like official. Because I like my landlord had called me when they came the first time and said that there was 2 men looking for me, but I just didn't think anything, like, you know what I mean? Because they never came back. They, like I said, they waited a little bit to come back the second time. And it's like, who's like telling them they can do this? Like, Tully is Yuri's boss, I guess.
Yes.
Is that, yeah. So that makes sense.
yeah.
All right.
So Tully's the top one, and then Yuri, then
Proctor was,
I think it goes
Proctor.
Tully, I think it goes Tully, Fanning, Yuri, then Proctor.
Yeah, Yuri is Proctor.
And let me tell you something. They're fighting so hard to not let any more of Proctor's texts out for any other things, not because of Proctor. It's all because I'm telling you, I'll tell you right now, if you thought any of Proctor's texts were bad,
yeah,
you haven't seen anything. Wait till Tully's and Yuri's stuff come out.
Oh yeah, I bet. I want to see
100 times worse than what Proctor went through.
Really.
Yep.
I want to know what's going to happen in this second trial. How are you going to have a trial and like the jury's going to be like, where's the lead detective? Like, oh, he's suspended. And the other one's under internal affairs investigation. And Kevin Albert's under internal affairs investigation for losing his gun and being drunk on duty. And people
Chief
are
Berkowitz
grooming
is
children.
hiding. Yeah.
It's like, are you fucking kidding me? And then they come bother me and people putting ducks outside of businesses and getting summons to felony witness intimidation. They like, yeah. Because my police the police officers here are like the same. They're all fucking corrupt pieces of shit. So it's like the same.
So the day I had the duck costume across the street from D&E, I had 100 ducks, nothing printed on them. And all I did is I had heard that there was a pub crawl that night. So I went up into the center, and as people walk by, I'm in my duck costume and I'm handing out ducks. Yeah. And then I got rid of the first 50 and I went down to Waterfall and I get in there and all of a sudden my phone's blowing up and they're like, everybody is like alerting me to what's going on. They're like, there's cops outside. There's 2 cops now in the center of the I'm like, they're
dude,
like,
that's a joke.
So I walked out with a couple of ducks and I walked right up to the cruiser and I knocked on the window and I said, hi. And he was like, what do you want? And I'm like, nothing. I don't want anything. I have ducks. I have ducks to give. Would you like a duck? I go, I'm going to give out ducks till I have no more ducks to give. And he goes, what's it for? I go, it's for absolutely nothing. I go, there's nothing printed on them. I go, it's a duck, right? That's it. It's a duck. Yeah. And I ended up, so he took one and then he had seen in the bag, he goes, oh no, can I get, there was a Minecraft one. So can I get the Minecraft one? I go, absolutely. Because I'm sure he's probably got a kid that he's going to give it to. And it was all to show like, look, there's nothing wrong with ducks, like there's no big deal. Like, so I did that. And then I went back to the bar and then I was on my way to the car to go get the next 50. And that's when the next police officer approached me, came in. And I was like, oh, here we go. Right. Yeah. And he basically said, he goes, listen, I was asked to come talk to you. And we just want to make sure that I said, listen, I'm handing them out. I'm not leaving them anywhere. I'm not throwing them. I'm not, I go, if someone doesn't want one, I'm not going to force it on them. I go, I have 50 left. When they're gone, I'm gone. I go, and he goes, yep. He goes, we just don't want to get you on littering. So they already knew but at least he came over to talk to me and I'm like, listen, I'm not doing anything.
Right. Yeah. It's still ridiculous though. It's like, you're really going to call the cops. And then, like I said, like the state police, they did a more thorough investigation into the ducks than a Boston police officer's death, a veteran Boston police officer who died. Like I said, I just think of what they did, what they could have done to him. Like after I look at those pictures and it just like haunts me. Like, I just hope we find out the real story. And I don't know if we will. Like,
here's something else. Any other investigation, when you talk to witnesses and you say, whatever, where were you at this time? usually they check those things, right?
Right.
So the fact
the
that Julie
cameras.
said she went and got donuts that morning, I would have checked that. Did
Yeah,
she
which
really
ones did
go to
you go
Dunkin'
to?
Donuts in the middle of a
Which one?
snowstorm?
Yeah, which one was
Was it
one?
even
open?
open? Was it
Because-
even open when that blizzard was coming, you know?
Right.
Was it even
What-
open? Did anyone check that?
And so she left her house near the library to go back because there's only two in that would have been any close. One's at Cobb's Corner. The other one was in the, I don't even think that one in the center was even open anymore. Oh no, at the gas station. So she would have had to go to one of those if they're open, get the donuts, and then go back. And then she said she pulled
In
behind
the car.
Brian
Put them in the
Jr.'s
car.
vehicle.
And
She was
it
going to
wasn't
put him in
there.
Brian Jr.'s vehicle when Brian
wasn't
Sr.
there.
opened the door. Well, at
Mhm.
7:00, Brian Jr.'s car was not in the
Right.
driveway because Gallagher
Exactly.
took a picture of only 3 vehicles in the driveway.
Yeah, exactly.
So once again, if someone's telling you these things, all of a sudden you would have been like, huh, well, where was that vehicle then? Where was Brian
Exactly.
Jr.'s car from the middle of the night to 9 in.the.morning when Julie pulled in behind his vehicle? My guess is, and it's just a guess, allegedly, someone may have been driving that vehicle ahead of her.
Yeah.
Maybe her son. I don't know.
You're gonna put donuts and coffee in a car during
in a
a
blizzard.
snowstorm at 6
Why wouldn't you
in
go to the door?
morning.
Meanwhile, her
6 in the
sister.
morning.
Meanwhile, her sister barged right in. Why didn't she barge right in?
And it's 6 in the morning. I mean, weren't they all there? Like the ambulances? I mean, not the ambulance, but the police were there.
No,
at
they had
7.
left. Nope, they had left because when she got there, they had. Remember, they only searched until Gallagher found that one piece of glass, and then they packed up and left.
Yeah,
They were
I
done.
wrote-
So
Yeah.
they only searched for half an hour because he took the pictures at 7 a.m. when he sent the kid to go get the leaf blower. So he sent Good to get the leaf blower. He took the
Right.
pictures while Good went to get the leaf blower. When Good came back, they used the leaf blower, found the piece of glass, and were out of there. So they only searched for half an hour. Found a piece of glass, packed it up, wipe your hands, go home.
I have an article that I wrote on Substack about how about the search and how they were stalled and all that. And if anyone wants to read it, I can email it to them because Substacks doesn't have anything about Karen Reed. There's that lawyer on there, Andrea or something. I can't think of her name.
Burkhart.
Yes. She actually looked at my article. It was really cool. So I wrote that. I'm kind of tweaking it a little bit because I wrote it before the trial. But if there's any newcomers or whatever, you can read it and it gives you insight into how much they stalled the search and how they were, just told what to look for, where to look for it. And they asked to come back and they're like, oh no, it's cool. We're good. And then they lied about the tow truck.
How about the fact that they don't even know who was there? They know that there was 3 plainclothes Canton police officers there, but they don't know who they were.
Exactly. Those are the ones.
We know who they are.
Yeah, they planted the fucking taillight there. That's who they
Right.
are. That's why they had to wait. They had to stop. Who the fuck? Why are you going to do a why? First of all, why would they need a fucking search in the first place? That's search and rescue, number one. Number two, they waited until there was 2 feet of snow on the ground after Gallagher and all them found that glass. You're telling me, like Aiden was saying, the jury just thought that Canton police were incompetent. You're not finding red plastic on the ground when there's an inch of snow on the ground. Come on, dude.
Yep. How about this? Gallagher, there's a blizzard coming, but yet all of your winter gear is at the police station. Yet the tent was already in his vehicle from the night before. Why is the tent in his vehicle, but his winter gear is at home?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's I don't know. It's just crazy, but it's just sad. I don't know.
And let me, there's one other thing that there's little things that they don't irk me, but they just, the whole thing about the security thing with Karen, that they're so mad that, that we kind of want, it's not for any of the Free Karen Reed people. It's not even for the Smurfs, those blue shirts. What it was one of the days had the most camera footage, all these news stations.
Right.
And because of the way they set up, the way they forced her to walk to the courthouse with the railings and everything, basically it was a mob of cameras and reporters on her. And it was just them in passing to asking, hey, can you just kind of help a little, just walk? It's not, I'm like, absolutely. All that was just to give the girl a little space. It wasn't anything that, they're like, oh, look at her. She's got a whole, no, if they were in the same spot, they would want the same treatment. Meanwhile, they're walking back and forth out the other entrance, going to their cars. Nobody's bothering them.
Exactly.
So, it should be fair across the board. And that's why I do what I do, because what they're doing is not fair.
No, it's not. And it's like, what else have they done? And this is really bad. Like, it just so if it's the thing I don't understand, right? So I'm like with this, I don't like the theory thing really, because we don't know, but I have a feeling because I couldn't understand why it would have happened. I mean, fights break out, you know what I mean? Alcohol and testosterone and shit. But like, so I think it was Higgins that he started a fight. They got in a fight. I think that's what happened. Because maybe he found out that Karen texted, that he texted her that night, and then whatever. Because that makes sense, right? Like, I
wouldn't be surprised if the rest of the other side turns on Higgins, because he isn't one of them.
They're turning on Proctor. Remember all the testimonies? They're like, oh, that's what he must have written. I didn't say that. He wrote that. Proctor wrote that. Proctor wrote that.
Right. They made Proctor the fall guy because they're going to let him take the fall for all this.
He's the only one suspended. He's gone. And that's what he's thinking right now. If he's watching, I want to know how he fucking feels right now, because he's the only one under the microscope right now. You are
suspended without pay.
Yes,
without pay.
Career is over.
Yep.
He had it made. It's over. He has 2 kids. And it's like, Brian, guess what? Brian Albert retired, has his pension. Gallagher retired, has his pension. Yuri, 5 days of fucking unpaid work. God,
do you know how quick Albert, it is? Like, do you know how quick he'll get those? He'll get those 5 days back by doing a couple overtimes and putting them back on the books instead of taking the money for them.
And he should be in fucking prison right now. Like, come on, at the very least, he should be suspended as well. He's going around harassing people. And now it's on the news and like no one's doing anything about it. Like, you know how scary it was? Like, I went down there and seen him. I'm like, what are you doing here? Like, that's why I said, I'm like, are you serious? Like, what the fuck are you, like, what are you in my house for?
And then on the police audit committee, that one of the guys that said, oh, the red solo cups, I mean, that was ingenious. I go, yeah, that would have been ingenious if they went to the closest house and knocked on the door of the closest house to ask red solo cups. Yeah. Instead, they went across the street to another deputy police chief's house. And they went further away to get the cups when they could have gone into the house and knocked on it. And then did you notice when Lank, back in 2022, was sworn in, who was at that swearing in? Higgins.
Yeah. Hey. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yep. Because if you watch the Canton Community Television feed, Higgins is standing right behind the police chief.
Wow.
I know. Kelly, listen, I talked to Shorty before, and she said this was going to happen, and I've been kind of watching the whole time. She said she was going to let us go.
No, I'm gonna take off in a minute anyways. I'm gonna take off in a second anyways. So we took over.
I was gonna take off too, but we're waiting on $50. So I mean,
no, it's only that's 40. Oh shit!
It's
$100.
Oh, it's 40 now. It's only 40 now.
Me and Lisa were talking about you earlier. Never mind.
It's down to $40. $40 more to Karen Reed.
Karen Reed. If we want Jon, and ladies, come on now. And Jon's fiance has given the okay. If we can get $100 in total donated to Karen's defense fund, or her Venmo, or her PayPal, but the defense fund's probably the best one, I think. Before the end of the show, $100 total. We're up to $60 has been donated that I know.
Three more.
Come on now. So you can do 10. If you do 10, I'll also send you one of these free Karen Reed with limited edition stickers. Just email me your receipt. It's down the bottom, and your postal address, and that'll be sent out. And bonus, Karen gets more money into her defense fund to fund her defense, obviously. And Jon takes his shirt off. We've got 40 minutes.
That's the real important part.
You like my shirt? Huh? You like that?
I can't see it. What does it say? I'm doing this on my phone and I'm blind.
It's a Boston Police shirt. If they're gonna sell them, I'm gonna wear them.
Does
Yeah.
it have his number on it? John's number?
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
no. If Turtle's a
right.
doctor, then I can, then I
Yeah,
can,
you can be a
be a
cop.
member.
If Joe
I
Biden's a
can't be a cop,
doctor,
but right.
Aiden's a doctor, and you're a cop.
Right. I can
You take
be,
your shirt off.
and if Jen can wear the hat of the SWAT team, then yeah.
Oh yeah, fugitive unit. What a piece of shit she is. I hate her the most. Little short space, freaking weird looking. I hate her.
I don't hate any of them. I don't hate any of them.
I do because she is diabolical. Like she's
I
like.
can't wait to be
got
her
the-
pen pal when she goes to prison.
Oh,
But,
thinking about that too. I'll probably get the cops call on me again though.
yeah.
Oh, all right. I'm
Um,
gonna get going. We're both like leaving at the same time. I didn't know that was gonna happen.
No, I can wait 5 more minutes. I'll wait. I'll wait you out.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you
I
for
mean, I
having me
need.
on.
Thanks,
Well, it
Katie.
was
Thank
nice
you so
talking
much.
to you.
You too.
And
Always.
Katie and I, we're going to be doing next. Is it Friday night, the 5th?
Saturday, I think. The 5th.
Saturday. Oh my God, me and dates. Yes.
Brendan wrote it on his calendar. That was awesome. A legit calendar.
Yes, I love that. And I
Me
was very.
too.
I was distracted and absent-minded, standard, so I got it all wrong. But here we are. You got to come in tonight
We
and say
made
hi to
it.
John.
Yeah, we made it. Yeah.
Amazing. Mwah. Thank you. Have a beautiful evening.
Okay, bye. Love you guys. Have a good night. Free Karen Reed. Bye.
Yes, free Karen Reed, right?
Bye.
All right. Bye. Bye, Katie. Okay. Katie is a sweetheart. She's very passionate. And I did say to John beforehand that these two would go for it and I could just sit back and do my other stuff and not have to think about anything really.
I get so worked up.
Yes. It's
But that's
amazing.
what happens. They don't want to argue the facts. You know?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. I think I started a couple of things while we were going.
Yep. It's the first time in
so
my
in
life that I bring my keys in, I lock my car, I lock the house now. I've never done any of that before in my life. And I have cameras. So it's the first time that I've actually had to have security just for peace of mind.
Do you feel that, obviously you do, but do you feel that your involvement, your passion, your public face is worth it when that's kind of the trade-off?
Once in a while I'll rethink it, but for the most part, I'm not changing a thing.
No, exactly.
No.
Just be smarter about your personal
much,
safety
yeah.
and yeah.
Right.
Did I see Dina's message to John? Maybe. I don't know. Dina, can you put it in the chat again, please?
Is it when Dina got the photos from the state police and their camera at her?
No, we put that up on screen.
Yeah.
Ask Bob seems to think that I'm going to take my shirt off for a donation, but that's not my shtick. No, I don't need to take my shirt off.
She wants what?
Sign
her frame.
Oh, sign her frame. Yeah, I'll sign your frame. Oh, so the message was if I would sign her frame. She must have a picture frame of something. So yes, I'll sign it.
Are you shirtless in that photo?
No.
Good.
Which photo?
I don't know. The frame. Oh, you mean the signing frame? Oh, that's funny. Wait. So, what's this? So, in the police, this is important. Let's get back to it because it was disgusting.
Yeah.
In the police audit meeting, they didn't know Sandra Birchmore's name. There is no excuse.
No, it's not that they didn't know it. It's that they didn't care that it was misspelled.
Sarah in shock and horror said, and I have a feeling she might be onto something here, that she is convinced they misnamed her, said her name wrong on purpose, intentionally, like in the, all of Proctor's reports, everything was misspelled,
There's a lot of Yuri's reports. Yuri can't spell. I'll just tell you, a lot of Yuri's reports. These aren't, Rhodes Scholars. They're not using spell check before they hit print.
Yeah, right. But also there's potentially some intentionality there with when, like Betero says, but it's obvious also. I mean, obviously if Betero says that, it's obvious. But that in searching keywords and that stuff in reports, in terms of backtracking things, when things are misspelt, and if they're misspelt in different ways also, you actually can't pull that information because it's not there properly entered.
It's probably one of their oldest tricks. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was,
that-
but I think it was intentional, just as like a dig. Like to them, she means nothing. You know what I mean? It's like f her. You know, let's just type. And then the fact that they were so earlier in that meeting, the chair there, Bob McDonald, I don't want to even say my feelings for him. He made his own motion. He made a motion to go. Let's just vote on without having to go through things. But when it came to changing her name to the correct spelling, he wouldn't even make the motion. He would not. When Tara got up and spoke, he didn't answer her. He didn't acknowledge her. And his answer to her wasn't anything what she was talking about. He totally like that's the kind of person that shouldn't even be on a board. They are putting people on boards to pretty much to Sean Colburn said, to kneecap these things. They don't want people on the board that will work both sides of the aisle and come to an agreement. They want people that no matter how bad it looks are going to do it the way they want.
No,
McCarthy,
exactly.
Bob McCarthy. Sorry, McDonald. Yeah. Well, there you go. I just pulled one. Yeah.
I've got some exciting news, chat and John.
Uh-oh.
Guess what? Guess
Better not
what?
have been you.
No, it wasn't. It was
No, not you. Sorry, I was talking to my assistant in the room.
Yes. No, Sarah in Shock and Horror said she wants to make sure that the people get what they want. And and I've got the receipt here in front of me, $40. We made it.
You made the $40?
Well, we made
All
the
right.
100. Yeah.
Made the $100. Better not have been you.
Take it off, John. There it
All right.
is.
There you go.
Could there be a better cause or a better gift?
Yep. There's an extra $100 to Karen.
An extra $100.
I'm not. I tell everybody, I'm more like Chip Ahoy than Chip and Dale. But it's just how it goes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You're such a good sport, John. Can you explain? I know you've explained probably a million times before, but explain to everybody where this shirt off thing comes from. The origin story of you being shirtless.
So it happened well before COVID too. Back here on Facebook many years ago, there were people that had Throwback Thursdays where they were posting old pictures and stuff. And as a goof, one day I did Furry Fridays. I just had and it was it was on my own Facebook page, and you had half the people that got the joke and half the people that were like, ooh, right? And so I'm like, all right, well,
there's no ooh at all, but carry on.
I'll do it next Friday. And so I would like recreate like the farmer with the pitchfork and his wife. I recreated that. I recreated a Hasselhoff, anyone that, any of the 70s guys that had, I would just recreate them. I actually had the Joe Namath Farrah Fawcett I ran down to Marshall's here, got the towels, and I did the Joe Namath Farrah Fawcett recreation with my ex-wife. And then, so now fast forward, I wasn't doing it as much, but during COVID, my fiance and I were doing similar ones and just putting it on my Instagram. Once again, nothing I'm ashamed of, because I was looking at it as humor, not as sexy, right?
I think the chat would beg to differ, but carry on, John.
But in my mind, I'm thinking it's funny, and other people, whatever. So I had taken down that Instagram well before anything happened with Karen Reed. And then because of just the early beginnings of my limited involvement, one night in a drunken whatever, Jen McCabe sends Turtle one of those pictures. And he's like, who's that? And she's like, that's your boy, Jon Comeau. And he's like, who's Jon Comeau? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that should have told her, like, we didn't know each other. I texted him once just to say, hey, you're mispronouncing names and this and that. And so they were all mad. And I'm like, okay, so you want to share pictures of me without my shirt? I can walk down the street without my shirt. It's nothing you wouldn't see at the beach. You know what I mean? You're like, it's almost as if they thought that that would have shamed me into shutting up. Well, no, here you go. I'm not shutting up. You know? It's like they don't understand. It takes a lot to embarrass me.
It's fuel to the fire, really.
Yeah.
Come at me, bro.
52
right?
years old. I'm, 52 years old. I'm 290 pounds. You know, it is what it is.
And we love every pound of you, John.
Oh, there you go.
And Ashley Bourne said, if we can get to $150, can we be allowed to wax free Karen Reed on John's chest?
No, but I've had my back waxed before, and I did that on camera too. And I had a local place in Canton, my barber shop. They waxed my back one time. It took like an hour and a half. It was a long waxing. Yeah. Now I just get it shaved 4 times a year.
Yeah, fair. Bob, give it up. Why don't you John, why don't you get like laser hair removal? That'd take forever, but it'd be
I'm too lazy.
Anyway, we love the rug. What did Glenn Lake say?
Yeah, I like the rug too, but I just don't like it on my back. You know, I like to feel my t-shirt once in a while. You know?
It's the same when we shave our legs, us ladies, and it's like, oh, this feels amazing when you put pants on. Definitely. That's too funny. Well, thank you so much for being a sport, John.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me on. I'm sorry about the mix up the last couple of weeks, but yeah.
Nah,
so
all good. I'm pretty crazy. I'm pretty crazy. We're good.
This is my first international interview, by the way.
There you go. Well, I popped your cherry there. This is my first shirt off on my live, so that not my shirt, your shirt. So we're popping cherries all over the place. Amazing. And thank you to Paula for being a good sport. I know she knows that you're
she's right over here.
A lovable rogue, and we
oh my God,
says that she gave her blessings to this exercise. So fantastic.
She's I'll tell you, she is, when you talk about Bonnie and Clyde, or, like true, like partners that just everything, everything. We get in trouble together. We laugh together. Everything. It's just, as long as we're together on this journey, it's awesome. So
I feel like maybe Detective Mullins has the inside scoop to the Jon Comeau story. That's the title of my thing. What came first, the chicken or the cake? And the answer is the woman. Behind every shirtless man is a very patient woman, I think. Good natured.
Very patient. Let me tell you. Very patient, unless there's Grey Goose. Then she's not so patient.
Oh, that's funny. Mark says he left for 10 minutes and the shirt comes off. Well, it was.
Mark didn't want it. Mark texted earlier he didn't want it anyways. Yeah, shirts off, glasses on. I got the first day. She got me some new old man glasses. There you
They're
go.
amazing, and you can see what a winner, chicken or cake dinner, chicken and cake. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, John. I will let you go.
All right.
Love your face.
Bye. Thank you. Hey, out of curiosity, you don't have to say. This is just my own nosiness because I did creep on your Facebook. What do you do for work with the high visibility jackets?
I'm a traffic controller, a road traffic controller. So
that's what I thought.
Like I work, so I'm out there like working. I work with a team of guys who replace water mains pipes.
Yeah.
And so I'm in charge of the traffic and the pedestrians. It's my peasant work shit. It's the shit I got to do to pay the bills. I love my job.
No, that's fine. I'm like Fred Flintstone. I work at a mine. It is what it is. Yeah. So and I wear the same color shirts. So I was just wondering. Yeah.
High vis for the win. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well, thank you, John. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. So, y'all, how about that? Thank you so much for everybody who donated to Linda, use Nair. Oof, imagine if you left it on too long. Thank you for donating to get the shirt off for John. I've seen him do it for far less, and so this is amazing. If you did donate, make sure you shoot me an email with there on the bottom of the screen with your receipts and your postal address, and I'll have a sticker sent out to you. Quick sticks, one of these. If you'd like a sticker, donate to Karen's Defense Fund or her Venmo or her PayPal. $10 minimum for one sticker, $50 or more for two, $100 or more for 3. We're up to now over $2,000 donation, and I think there's about 130 stickers left. So there's still some left, but I'm not doing them again. So get in before they're gone. And lots of people in chat have got their sticker and they love it. So amazing. If you've been gifted a membership, thank you to Glenn, Sarah, and wait, let me check. Jean, Laurie, gifted 5. Thank you, Laurie, Glenn, Sarah, and Jean. Yes, thank you so much. But if you're a member, I will be going live in about half an hour with a members only stream, which is going to be kind of fun. My man Adam drives Helen, who has an amazing channel, who did the video for my opening and closing, my intro and outro for this channel. The video part of it, Chode Ferguson, Melissa Asylum wrote the music and produced it through AI. So if you need anything done for your channel or for your work, Adam's your man. He can put you together a slick video like that. Thank you, Janelle Grace, for your $10 or $9.99 super chat. Love you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you all for being here. But members only, stick around. It's going to be at Ask Me Anything, Ask Bob. Maybe I'll take my shirt off. I won't, but there's always hope. And you're a member, so you could come along. Great sport, John. Isn't he amazing? He is amazing. Thank you to Paula, John's fiance. I feel like it's Detective Mullins. She's lovely. Thank you. Thank you, Detective Mullins, for your super sticker. Much appreciated. Super chat. What am I saying? Oh, Lissa. I'm super late, so starting from the beginning at 2x speed, and both of y'all's accents in double speed is freaking amazing. Wait till you get when Katie comes on, man. You'll have to slow it down for that. Oh, she's a ride or die, John. Yes, there it is. At least the carpet matches the hair, John, right? Of course. Alrighty. So I think don't forget to hit the like button. I'm not sure if you had, but if you haven't, let's do it. After the stream has ended, if you would be able to be so kind as to leave a comment, that helps get this out into the algorithm so more people can see the fun and see the rug, John's shirt. Amazing. Amazing. Hit the like, drop a comment, subscribe, share, become a member, easy peasy, or not, but liking and subscribing is a really big help. So I've had fun. See your members in about half an hour. And let me get rid of a few things first here. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. And mwah, let's go. This is a great song. Peace.